What's up guys, it's Josh from Keep It Techie, and today I wanted to do a quick video showing you guys how simple the Linux installation is. So as you can see, I have my little helper here today. This is my son and he's here. We're gonna walk through the Linux installation, and it shouldn't take too long because he has a very good understanding of the way computers work and installing applications and all that stuff. So most people, do have that type of knowledge, and I just wanted to show people how simple the Linux installation is by bringing in my youngest son to let him walk through the installation for you guys. And I know I've done this plenty of times, but my son, is, how old are you?
11.
Yeah, he's 11 years old, and so if an 11-year-old can install Linux, then anybody can. So let's go down and get started with the install. Alright, cool. So the demonstration I'll be doing today, I will basically be installing Ubuntu, and he's actually gonna drive and actually do the install. So I'll have my hands off the keyboard, but he'll be doing everything pretty much on his own. But I just wanted to take you guys to Ubuntu. It's one of the most popular Linux distributions out there, and it's the simplest to install. That's another reason why I just wanted to go on to show you guys by using him as an example to walk through the installation. So we're going to be installing this in VirtualBox. So if you have Oracle VirtualBox, check that out. If you don't have it, just check it out, download it, install it. You can install it on your Windows system, you can install it on your Linux operating system, and that way that it'll allow you to install a Linux distribution on whatever operating system you're using. Now, so the next thing I'm gonna need you to do, Jerry, is go ahead on and go to the website right fast and download the ISO. So just click over there and click up at the top where it says download. Boom. And then we want to click on the desktop edition, which is the 20.04 LTS. So you just download that, and that's the operating system itself, and then it'll start the download from there. And you didn't see me do this plenty of times in like a lot of my videos. I know you check out a lot of my videos, but that's pretty much how you get the ISO in order to install. So I'm gonna cancel it though, because I already have Ubuntu downloaded on my system, and we'll be back with VirtualBox up. Okay, so we are back, and I already built the virtual machine because I didn't think it would be beneficial to walk through that whole process of actually creating the virtual machine. So we'll just start at the boot process. So I'll be booting up the system now, but I have that ISO attached to it. You should see it pop up in a second, but we'll be booting up the operating system now. And once we get to it, we're gonna walk through the install. And so you guys already seen these steps before if you watch my videos in the past, where I just talk about it's checking the ISO to make sure it's up to date, and also no errors on the ISO. And let's go on and wait for this thing to fully boot up. But just the specs on the virtual machine, I gave it 8 gigabytes of memory as well as a 30 gigabyte hard drive, just in case. But as you guys know, Ubuntu is super simple. The first thing it does is pulls up the install script. So this is where my son will actually take over and go through the install. So what do you think we should select first, Jerry?
We have English selected for our language. So we should install Ubuntu.
Yeah. Well, and just to explain what both of those are, one, it allows you to open up the operating system so you can play around with it, and the other one is to install it directly on the system. So what you think the next thing we should select, or what is this right here?
The keyboard layout, we probably will want the English in the United States. So
yeah, and one thing Ubuntu does, it always pre-selects the default of English for the keyboard layout. But if you're in a different country, just go down and select that keyboard layout for whatever country you're in and the keyboard type you have. So we can just hit continue there, Jerry. Good job.
Just a normal installation and other options. We don't think we need any of those.
Yeah, we don't. It's just it's gonna ask you if it wants to download the updates, you know, while it's installing. So that's basically what that is. But you do have that option in case anybody's watching this video. You can do a minimal install where it only has a web browser and just basic utilities. But the normal install is what most people will actually select. So go down and hit continue. And this is a very important step because it's going to erase your hard drive. So if you're doing this on a system that already has an operating system on it, or you have files already stored on it, then you want to be very careful with this. You want to make sure you have backups of all that stuff and all that, because what it's going to do is erase the drive. And it's very simple. You don't have to click anything. They do have where you can go in and manually do it by hitting something else, but we're not going to do that. So go down and hit install now. And press continue. And that's basically telling you what it's going to do with the hard drive. And cool. So this is asking where you are, and don't worry about changing it because Los Angeles is the exact same time zone that we're in, you know. So yeah, just go down and hit continue. It's the same, you know, time zone. Now, so this is where you go down and create your account. So it's basically asking your name. So go down and type in the shortened version of your first name, or J-E-R-Y. There you go. I mean J-E-R-E. And then you can leave that name as a computer name. That's fine. That's gonna be your login name, just so you know. Kind of like on Windows, you know how when you first set it up, it asks you what you want your username to be. That's basically what that is. And then type in your password, and nobody will see it because it's blotted out. Just type in your password. That's fine. And you see that, guys? You guys see that? How old are you
11.
again? You're 11 years old, and you understand that you need to use strong passwords for everything. So I'm glad he did that. That's why I asked him to put in his password, because I know he uses a super strong password because he's learned that from school, you know, all the school accounts, as well as you know, me telling him to actually use a strong password for a lot of his stuff. So go down and type in your password again, because basically what that step is asking you to repeat it. And then one thing you always want to keep selected is require my password at login, right? Yep. Yeah. So hit continue. Cool. And so that's the install. That's basically all the steps to do for the install. So it'll go through install the system and all that. I wish I could have made the screen a little bit bigger so you guys can actually see what was going on with this, but I'm gonna skip ahead anyway. I just wanted you guys to actually see the install process done by an 11-year-old. So I'll be back when the install is actually complete. Okay, cool. So the installation is complete. So what do you think? What's the next thing we should do there, Jerry?
Well, the installation is complete, so we should restart
the computer in order to use the new installation. All right, cool. So just hit that button and we should be good to go. So it's gonna reboot. One thing I'll do is I'll fix the display settings, or unless you know how to do it, I mean, you might be able to do it. We'll see.
The resolution?
Yeah,
I know how to change the resolution.
Yeah, but this is Linux though, so it's a little bit different. So let's wait for it to come up, and What I mean by the resolution, you know how it's, you can see the recording screen over there. It's showing like the little square box.
Yeah.
So I like to make it stretch all the way across the recording screen. So we're gonna fix it, the resolution, so it'll fit like it's on a computer. You know what I'm saying, or it's on the actual screen, all the way to the edges. So. Okay, so while we wait for the thing to come up, well, one thing I wanted to ask you, and it's actually up now, but that's fine. I just want you to verify with the audience that you have you used Linux before?
Never.
Have you even came and played around with my computer before? I know you've touched because he actually helped me build my Discord server. So the original Discord server, he was the one that actually went in and helped me with the permissions and all that stuff. So he has touched my computer before when I had Orch on it. But as far as like using the computer, you never used the computer before, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So now that it's up, go down and log in right fast. And just want you to see if you can figure it out. Yeah. So yeah, it's very simple, man. It's just like Windows nowadays. Boom. So let's wait. I'm gonna wait till it comes up and get back in the camera a little bit. So wish I might have to scoot you over a little bit. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. So let me minimize this right fast for you. And that's only because I want to fix that resolution for you guys. All right, cool. So this is the pop-up that actually pops. You know, like in Windows, you know, it'll pop up and say, hey, you want to use your Microsoft account? Well, it's the same thing with Ubuntu. They have this stuff incorporated into the operating system where you can install, you can use your Ubuntu sign-in, you can use your Google sign-in, Nextcloud, and Microsoft. So just skip that. You don't need you to sign into any of that. Top right, you can just hit skip, and then this is the launchpad thing, so just hit next. Don't worry about that. And then I always select no, don't send system information, because this is a virtual machine, so it doesn't matter. And basically what this is for is so Ubuntu, in case you have some bugs on your system or whatever, they can track it based on the system information. So I'm only explaining that for you guys out there that may be just using it. So just hit no, don't send, hit next. And then this is location services. I always keep that turned off, so hit next. And then this is the applications, the software you can actually install, or some of the software that you can install on the system. And I wanted you to install some software. So click at the bottom left where it says open software now. So this will open up what they call a software center. And actually that may not work, but let's hit done up at the top right. It may be trying to open it up, and close that right fast. Boom. And oh, that might be why it didn't open up, because it's trying to do a update. So hit remind me later, just for right now. All right, so what is the application that you actually use, like I don't know, on your Windows computer?
I use Discord.
Okay, all right, yeah. So let me show you how to install it right fast. So that's the application that you actually install it on using. So let's see if you can, you know, walk through and figure out how to actually install Discord if you want Discord on your system. So yeah, the search bar.
Yeah.
Simple. There we go. So yeah, there's Discord. Yeah, so just click on it right fast. Let's see if we can see if you can figure out how to install it. Cool. So you're installing Discord at this moment, so that's super cool. And The only reason I wanted to show you guys, or let him show you guys this, is so you can see that it's very simple to install applications on most Linux distributions. A lot of them are similar to this. You can open up the software center and install whatever application that you want onto the operating system. But we have successfully completed installing Ubuntu. Like I said, I wanted to get him to at least install one application so you guys can see, you know, how simple it is. But open up the browser right fast just to see. Boom. Yeah. Nah, you ain't gotta close this, just leave it open. But open up the browser, yeah, right fast. And I just wanted to show, you know, people that that is very simple to use. You know, anybody can actually pick this up and, you know, and start using Linux as their main operating system on their system. So yeah, the only thing is certain games you can't play. Like what's your favorite games that you like to play?
I have a few Steam games, but the main game that I don't think I can play on here is Roblox.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I haven't switched them over to Linux, because Roblox doesn't actually play on the system, and that kind of sucks that the display manager kind of jacked up, or the display settings for some reason kind of jacked up. Let's go ahead and see if we can fix this again, and I can cut that out as well. Cool. So I definitely appreciate you guys checking out the video. I'm glad that you were able to help me out there, Jerry. Thanks, man. I definitely appreciate you, you know, taking the time to, you know, help me with this video or whatever. And if you guys got any questions, leave comments down in the comment boxes below, and go down and like and share and subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm going to continue doing all this great Linux content, trying to get you guys to switch over to the Linux operating system and use it as a regular system that handles all your tasks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video again, and of course, keep it techie.
Techie.
Perfect.